NXT took place last night from the Performance Center here. The MT Arena did not have a show this time. You basically just had highlights. You had video packages. Wasn't a show. They did this because I think just wanted to save on production costs, but they didn't have a show. They'll probably have a show next week, and they got their asses kicked by AEW because AEW put on a hell of a show. And NXT just had some. It was just like a best of, and they got their asses kicked. So maybe they do something next week, but. The big news is not NXT, the big news is WrestleMania, so Rob Gronkowski is going to host an unprecedented 2-night WrestleMania. WrestleMania is going to be 2 nights. I've been advocating for this for about 3 years now. Go back, basically 3 years ago when I started saying, they should do WrestleMania as 2 nights. They should have one night on Saturday night and the second night on Sunday. You do a 2-night show, you have all the matches you can have, and the fans don't get tired. You have 2 4-hour shows. Basically a 1-hour kickoff and then 2 4 hours. Instead of what it is now is basically it's 2 hours, then 5.5 hour main cards up to 7.5 hour show. I think it was 7.5 hours last year. And it's one of the situations where I think eventually we'll get to a point where we have 2 nights. I don't know if WrestleMania 37 will be 2 nights, like 36 supposedly will be, unless it gets canceled by Orlando. The Orlando mayor or someone steps in. I think LA will probably still be 1 night, but that's when they really should just do 2 nights. So I hope they go to 2 nights soon. You have Triple H and Tom Phillips hosting this show, and they just basically talk. They have some talking segments, and the rest is just highlights from previous NXT times. He had Adam Cole, him winning the title. Not Adam Cole, it was Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Triple H and Tom welcome to the show, then they showed Tommaso and Ciampa talk about their rivalry for a while. It was very well produced, I have to say. Then they come back and they go to another one on Finn Balor, and he gets his own basically special. And then they go to They have a profile on Rhea Ripley. So you have Gargano and Ciampa, and then you have Finn Balor and you have Rhea Ripley. Rhea talks about her journey in NXT, and that's basically the show. Not really much talking about. It's just highlights and recaps, not a show at all. That's it. And they come back. Triple H and Tom Phillips close the show, and they talk about WrestleMania. Triple H promised it would be one to remember. I'm going to hold you to that. We could really use a great show in these trying times, and that is definitely true. So that's what they did. I thought they should have just had a show, but I'm not happy at all with what they're doing at WrestleMania. I just think they should just postpone it, really. Just postpone the show.